Good afternoon, super friends, and welcome to the Wednesday, February 25th edition of the Sacred News and Weather. I'm delighted to have you here today, and I'm having a little bit of an allergy attack. So suddenly my eyes are all red and watery, and my nose is all itchy and snooty. So I apologize if I'm sniffling a little bit. It's the season out there. It rained, things are blooming. It's February in California, Northern California, but it is warm and the magnolia trees and the acacia, everything is just like poof. And I just went to pick up my kids from school and I was outside and I came home and I'm like, ooh, everything is flowing. So that's where we are. Today's message, what really wants to come through is around the Mercury retrograde and the planet of communication and where we actually are in the universe. There's a little bit of and attuning our energy frequencies to our highest selves rather than the environment out there. So I think that's where we're going to go today. And in a moment, I'm going to close my eyes and channel a message for our collective. In the meantime, I'm going to give you my little preamble, which is, as with everything I do, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. And I want to let you know that these messages are timeless. So if you're tuning in real time on Wednesday, February 25th, awesome. If you're joining in at a later time, know that there's likely going to be something in here for you. But if there is not, go ahead and turn me off. Go ahead and scroll below. There's lots and lots of messages here. Pick one that feels right to you, and there will be more to come. So thank you for being here and thank you for tuning in. And without any further ado, I'm just going to close my eyes and see what is here for us today. First and foremost, what is coming through is an image that came through for my Red Thread Mystery School collective here this morning, and that is of a tuning fork. Now, some of you who are tuning into me know very well what a tuning fork is. They are used to tune instruments, but they are also used to tune the body, and there are many sound healers and frequency and vibratory healers who are using these tuning forks to attune your nervous system, to attune your physical body, to attune the fluid moving through your body in such a way to raise your vibration. And that's the image that came through for the red thread this morning. And it's what I've been feeling here in our collective as well. And I feel like that is very much related to here in the US, our State of the Union address that happened last night, and just the way things are really falling apart, the way it has become difficult to discern the truth of what's actually happening anywhere right now. Who's eating people, who's eating babies, baby cream cheese, like all this horrid and horrendous imagery and nonsense and toxicity and poison coming at us from the external world. It feels really important, really essential for all of us to be tuning into our own frequency, our own highest vibration, and not attuning our energy to what's happening out there. And so in the red thread this morning, the guided meditation and the energy work really centered around hitting that tuning fork, allowing it to vibrate, and then placing it on your own root chakra, on your own malchut, on your shekhinah, on the portal of the divine feminine into your own being, and really allowing yourself to receive the vibration of the divine feminine all the way through your system. And so I'm going to invite you to sit with that imagery and sit with that feeling of attuning your frequency to the divine feminine, attuning your frequency to Mama Earth, attuning your frequency to the highest version of yourself. Now, if you are in possession of an actual tuning fork, I invite you to do that. The feeling is also one of a singing bowl. If you have a singing bowl, you could hit the singing bowl and really follow that frequency and invite that frequency all the way into your body, all the way into your being, allowing it to reverberate all the way through the central channel of your body, opening all of your energy centers, whether you know them as chakras or sephirot or, sorry, I just got a little ping, or sacraments, however you refer to the energy centers in your body, or just energy centers, period, allowing them to reverberate all the way through the sound, to reverberate all the way through. What I had my Red Thread members do this morning was to actually to tune into their bodies, to tune into their beings and find a tone, whether it is a low tone or something a little higher, to hum it, to feel the vibration of the tone in your being, and to allow it to reverberate all the way through your system. So any of those things will work. You could also tune into Spotify or Apple Music or YouTube and find a what I'm getting is 432. Find a 432 megahertz. I'm also getting 999 megahertz. Find that tone, find something that is attuned to that tone, and just allow it to hum through your system. I don't know offhand what the significance of the 999 or the 432 is. Those are just numbers that are coming now. I know that there are meanings attached to those frequencies, and I just don't know them, and I don't want to open my eyes to seek them out right now. 432 or 999, you can go and find them and tune in and feel which one feels good to you, if that method of attuning yourself feels right to you. I'm going to leave that, and I just want to come back to what I heard over here when I was trying to come up with the word sacrament. And what came forward was an image of the ocean, and I think that this is where I meant to go with it. We also talked this morning in the Red Thread about Mercury going into retrograde in the sign of Pisces. And the sign of Pisces is water, is the ocean, is the poetry, is really the frequency of not mind contained and precision, but really of open and spacious flow, of allowing yourself to become not just the drop of water, but recognizing that you are the whole ocean. There's that feeling of being the whole ocean. And the idea that Mercury is going retrograde, the Mercury, for those of you that don't know, it's the planet of communication. It is often blamed for the compromise of communication, whether it is the interwebs, your car breaking down, appliances breaking down, disconnects between people in relationships. It can be also the return of people from your past, people coming forward from your past. These are all traditional associations with Mercury retrograde, and some people have great buy-in to them, and into Mercury retrograde and what to do and what not to do during this season. And I just want to share with you that I don't actually have great buy-in into how you are meant to be. My feeling is that we are meant to surrender into the season of Mercury retrograde, which is a chance for us to reevaluate really what is working for us in our communication and what is not working for us, whether it's communication or something greater. It's a chance to really lean back. I talk often here about our energy being so forward, and we're always like moving forward on our paths here in our human current Western ways in particular, and that this retrograde energy is really an invitation to lean back and surrender into what is and what has been, so that we can be in greater choice when things start to move forward again. But what I want to come underneath there with that imagery of the ocean and Mercury being retrograde, the planet of communication being retrograde, I want to see if you can flip this a little bit in your brain, if you're somebody who has a strong attachment to what's happening out there, or whether you're hearing this for the first time ever. My sense is, and this comes from one of my teachers as well, Ana Otero, the feeling of Mercury retrograde is that we have been attuned. See, here we go. We've been attuned to our external world and communicating out here in the external world, taking our cues from the external world. And this retrograde energy is an invitation to come back inward, to return to the temple before it grew outward, it grew up and out, and we were striving for something outside of ourselves. There's an invitation to come back inward, to tune and attune inward, to attune to our own inner temple, and to align our words from that place of unity consciousness, from the place of the heart, from the place of connectivity to the heart. Communication on the Judaic tree of life comes from Hod and Netzach. It's Malchut, which we were talking about, the root, and then Yesod, which is that sacral chakra area, which is the wounded child. It is the good mother. And then we come up to Hod and Netzach. And Hod is resonance. It's communication with resonance. It is the word before the Tower of Babel separated us and made us create all different languages where we could no longer communicate with one another. It is the word, the universal word, the unified word underneath the fracture, the fractalization of our language, the fractalization of the resonance of the word. So our work here during this Mercury retrograde season is to really attune our satellite dish here at Hode, which is on the right side. It's on the structure side. Is wait, am I lying to you? My brain just went Hod Netzach Tiferet Gevura Hesed Bina Hogma. I think actually Hod is on the left side of it's on the left side of the tree. I'm gonna actually look right now because I have the tree right here in my brain. My kids are downstairs. Yes, so here we go. Hod is actually the left pillar. I don't know if you can see that here. Hod is the left pillar, but my brain went a little screwy there. So Hod, feminine side, communication. The word before the dissemination, the fractalization of the word. We are meant to attune our Hod to ferret, the satellite dish of our communication, to our heart, which then gets attuned up to our third eye and ultimately to the crown, to spirit. We want everything attuned to that heart so that we're using our language from the most aligned, most heart-centered place. And so remembering that Mercury retrograde is not about your appliances breaking down, and sure they may, your internet breaking down, sure they may, a breakdown of communication between you and your beloveds, you and your friends, that might actually happen. But that's the point of it is for us to return to the heart, to attune our satellite dish to the heart, to come back into the inner temple, into the inner residence, where all of the words get pulled back together so that we are communicating from the same language, the unified language of love. That is the invitation for this Mercury retrograde, remembering also that because it's in Pisces, we are returning into the flow. We're going from where our words might have been frozen to now they are being thawed in flow, or where they might have been too flowy and not contained and they want to be brought more into form. We're here to look at that in our inner temple. We're here to return to the inner temple to find our voice, our unified voice of love beneath the fractalization. Just going to be quiet here for a moment. The feeling is also as you are toning, as you are tuning into 432 or 999, as you are ringing your singing bowl or choosing your tuning fork to really hum and attune your frequency, that what you are actually attuning to is that vibration, is the word before the word. It is the resonance before the fractalization. It is the resonance that we're being invited to tune into. So just bringing it all home for you right now. And I think that's what I have. Thank you so much for tuning in. I invite you to please like and share and subscribe. I am looking to grow this sweet little channel, and it has been growing. I see that one of my more recent messages has close to 300 views. So you're watching, people are watching. I'm so grateful that you're tuning in. Please tell me what you would like me to hear, to channel on. If there are things that are up for you in your life, feel free to put them in the comments. I would love to tune in and see what wants to be revealed. I'm here for all of it. In the meantime, I will see you now on Friday, and I will see you then. Thank you. Bye bye.